A 2007 Lincoln Town Car Signature Limited. Wow, only 26,000 total of these made. And this is one of them. It could be yours if the price is right. Let's get to Sunday. Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. It's Sunday and it's the Sunday Rant. Holy mackerel, it's Lincoln Day apparently. All right, so here's the thing. So we hear the ATA, oh yes, our friends at the ATA, and trucking companies all griping that, oh my gosh, there's no money to be made. We're all poor. We're eating, thrown away food from dumpsters. And there's a huge shortage. And the companies there's no way for them to do anything more for drivers. And then it's time for companies to have their numbers come out. And so what do we see come out but PAM? PAM, who settles lawsuits like people change their socks, has more money than they know what to do with. In fact, they beat Wall Street expectations even on revenue and profits and everything else. Isn't that something? They beat the street. Isn't that what Jim Cramer would say? They beat the street. Okay, look, they have $135 million in cash sitting around. They did better than they were supposed to. They talk about higher revenue than they thought they were going to have. Increased revenues, increased pay per mile for them, even though each truck ran 4% less miles. So I think that's pretty interesting. And this is one of the places who's running an ad right now in Indianapolis for their new Indianapolis lane, whatever that means. Hey, come and join us on our new Indianapolis lane for 45 cents a mile. And this is not for student drivers. They're running separate ads for people to go through their, truck school, in quote, where they help you get your license or whatever. So 45 cents. And they're going to say, well, Mark, the drivers can earn other bonuses and stuff. Yeah, I don't care. What is the pay? Because bonuses can be taken. That's why it's a bonus. You may not earn it. There's all kinds of hoops sometimes you have to jump through. Different things. There's on the ad. So let's be honest here. There's 10 cent a mile bonus possible. But that's not your pay. Your pay's 45 cents. Now, should I put the number in the description so that people can call immediately so you don't even have to waste time looking them up? I mean, 45 cents, that's going to attract some drivers, right? They make so much money, they don't know what to do with themselves, and yet they don't pay anything. And so 45 cents is not like a super attractive amount of pay to get an experienced driver to come over and do your new Indianapolis lane. It just isn't. And then we got this guy whose name, Mark Kelly, I think that's his name, right? Anyway, he's an astronaut and he's running for Congress, right? Out west. And I probably got this all wrong, but I think that's his name. And what he wants to help the trucking industry too, because there's just this huge shortage. And so he wants to eliminate red tape to get people in. Now, if you're going to be a driver, especially people that recently became drivers, was red tape, governmental red tape, one of the things that was in your consideration? Like, I don't know if I want to go through all the governmental red tape to get a license from the government. Probably not. It's not a question I really ever get. People saying, Mark, I'm considering getting into trucking, but I'm concerned about governmental red tape. That's not something until you get here, right? That's once you realize, holy crap, it's all the regulations and stuff, then you're like, yikes-a-rini. But getting people in, that's not a problem. Because what do we have? Around 7 million people, according to the government, that have a license and do not use it. So those people went through the problems of getting their license and don't use it. I don't know why they're being pulled in at this 45 cents. Imagine that. I think they show around 2,400 miles. So at 45 cents, so that's $1,100, right? $1,200 over the road, plus maybe bonuses, maybe. That's awesome. That's pretty awesome, depending on how many miles you get there, to be gone from your family. So you don't have to tolerate that, of course. Nobody there does, really. They can all leave, as people would tell me. Well, Mark, they can quit. That's true. And I don't know how fast your pay progresses, but to put out there in an ad 45 cents, then have an organization speaking and saying, well, there's a shortage of drivers. Yeah. They come out here and go, well, crap, I can go get $25 an hour at the factory down here. I can make $1,000 a week. So absolutely. Absolutely. But don't cry. I know everybody was worried about especially PAM and other companies. I know you're worried. You're sad that they get all these, attacks, legal attacks on them. I don't think we have to worry anymore after seeing their numbers. Fortunately, they're able, through what I think is really low pay, able to pull through it. And their president said, I don't remember his name, something to the effect of, in the thing, I love this, due to the sacrifices of our drivers, we were able to be profitable. I love it. Yeah, the sacrifice is in their low pay. Okay, so that was pretty good of him to put out there. I love that part of it. So anyways, look, don't cry for these places. This isn't Argentina, and you don't have to cry for them. They're going to be okay as their profits and revenues continue to increase each quarter. They're still somehow managing high fuel prices, but yet revenues and profits are up. Isn't that amazing? Amount per mile is up. Well, isn't that amazing? I think it's pretty amazing. And on that note, we're going to go back to the amazing Lincoln, and we'll talk to you on the next Trucking Answers. Thanks for watching.